Welcome everyone to Sperling Gymnasium. We're sorry that we're just starting our coverage right now, but we're here for the USN Tigers District number 1 versus number 2 showdown with the feet of Webb Bell Buckle. My name is Reed Murray, and joining me in the booth is Jordan Turner for his first ever USN Sports Network broadcast. Jordan, glad to have you here.
Hey, glad to be with you today, Reed. Ready to watch a nice game of basketball.
And here comes the three-pointer from Josh Scretchen, no good. Scretchen is on the cusp of being the latest player added to the 1,000-point club at USN. Tonight could be the night he is added to that list of memorable Tiger greats. Another storyline to follow tonight, Adam Miller is healthy and will likely get his first minutes of the season here in Sperling against Webb. And the biggest storyline of them all has to be that Webb, the number 1 team in the district, is on the road at the number 2 team in the district, USN. And you just couldn't ask for better action than that. Last time we were here covering a game, it was USN taking down the then number 1 Columbia Academy Bulldogs. Today, another tall order for the Tigers, but they have a 22-15 lead on Webb here in the second quarter. So far, it's looking good for USN. Russ Petty on the inbound here for the Tigers. And on the court, we have Petty as well as Max Elliott, Josh Scretchen, and Mahoney Donick, and Adrian Samuels. A lot of yelling going on in the court right now. Petty inbounds it to Scretchen. Scretchen over to Samuels. Samuels now driving. Looking to get a shot up, and he gets it to fall. Tigers back at a 9-point lead. Gives Evan Bersher for Webb. And it's the big star player, Olawanyi, who gives it back out to Bersher. Olawanyi now setting a pick. Bersher driving. Back out to Stephen Olawanyi. Fake the three-pointer. Then kicks it over to Hayes. Hayes to Coop. Oh, sorry, that's Jax Howard. My apologies. Howard now looking to make a play. Out to the three-point line to Coop, and it's no good. Rebounded by Samuels. He fights for that rebound, keeps it in bounds, and he finds his fellow senior Josh Scretchen. Scretchen now driving, looking to add 2 more points, and he'll have a chance at the free throw line right here. First free throw. It's good. Dead silent Sperling Gymnasium watches that one go in. Second one rattles out. It's rebounded by Evan Bersher. Bersher now pulls up for 3. He's hit a couple of those tonight, but that one won't fall. Scretchen out on the fast break. Finds Samuels. Samuels now, nice dribble move. Finds a wide open Max Elliott, who decides not to shoot a 3, goes back over to Samuels. Petty now, just beyond the arc. He had a 3-pointer earlier. They gave him the chance to shoot a 3, and he took it. Petty finds an open Mahoney Donick. That's a guy you don't want to leave open from beyond the 3-point arc, but that time the risk did not end up hurting the feet of Webb. And gets his own rebound and misses again. And now Evan Bersher's going to the line. He put up the shot, put up 2 of his own rebounds. None of them were able to fall, but now he has a chance to make up for it from the charity stripe with 2 shots. First free throw's good. Colin France checks into the game for Mahoney Donick. Jordan, I want to ask, tonight, the game was rescheduled because of the snow tomorrow, so kind of a sudden turnaround. Hard to get fans into the building. What do you think about the student section that we've got ourselves tonight?
Well, you got to look at it as everybody's excited for the same time, going on break, but at the same time, due to short notice, the usual Tiger crowd isn't the same numbers and won't be able to come in at the same capacity as per usual. But at the same environment, though, the student section is still here to support the Tigers, and we're still always down to watch a good game of basketball.
Yeah, I got to say I'm impressed. These are more people than I thought were going to show up, as Adrian Samuels is now going to shoot his free throws. First one is no good. And, of course, it's not an ideal-sized student section, but as short notice as this game was, I'm impressed by the number of people who came out to support their team.
Yeah, as soon as they figured out the game was scheduled back on for today, everybody got the word spread around across the school building, and everybody said, or at least everybody that could, decided to make sure they should make it out and come support.
2-pointer there, no good from Arnett Hayes. Scretchen now. Goes over to Petty. Scretchen now with a nice fake. What a fantastic play by Josh Scretchen. It's 28-16 Tigers. So Webb calls a timeout there after USN takes a 12-point lead off of a terrific play. Just terrific awareness, a great way to fake the defender out and then end up getting the 2 points from an experienced leader on this team in Scretchen. I mean, what more could you want out of a play like that?
That's going to be the game plan for the whole night for them to win. They just have to stay competitive, got to stay physical, and just make sure they stay on top of them all day long.
Yeah, last time USN had to take on a big opponent like Webb, it was the Columbia Academy game during the beginning of exam season in 2021. And one thing the team did really well there is just playing up-tempo, using their speed to their advantage. So far, the Tigers are doing that tonight. I think that's, they can play well physically, but they also can beat you on the break and just go fast. And that's one thing we saw it there on those 2 quick points. And we just see it all the time in Tigers basketball. The faster they play, oftentimes the better they play. So now Weston Coop will inbound it to Jax Howard for Webb with 4:01 left in the half. Howard now defended by Samuels. Here's Hayes, back to Howard. Coop now thought about the 3, decided against it. Goes over to Alawini. And he's fouled there. And looks like Olawanyi will be headed to the free throw line. And you can tell just by looking at this guy that he's going to be one of the best players on this team. With the size he has a height advantage over just about everyone on this Tigers team. He's a guy you want to be limiting.
Yeah, what they got to do to stay in this game, they just had to keep double teaming in the paint, make every shot go before a difficult shot.
So far, he's limiting himself from the free throw line. Misses that first one. Second free throw up and good. Petty looks to make a play on his own, goes out to Elliott. Elliott across to Scretchen. Scretchen now cuts it back, thought about the shot. Another terrific example of skilled dribbling from Josh Scretchen. Goes over to Colin France. And miscommunication on the pass to Scretchen, catches up before it goes into the backcourt. Great way to avoid a backcourt violation right there by number 3. Scretchen now, again, looking to make a play on his own, kicks it out to Petty. Petty fakes a 3, drives in, gets a Euro step, but he does not get the shot to fall. Rebound from France, can't get that one to go either. And now Webb will take over. 3-pointer here, and it's no good for Jax Howard. Scretchen gets the board. Couple subs coming here for Webb. Not quite yet. Dion Subaran and Tavion Comage will come into the game. Timeout for the Tigers here. 28-17. Jordan, so far Tigers with an 11-point lead here. How do you think the Tigers, what do you think their focus should be here in trying to close out this half and stay on top?
Definitely, or at least coming into this last couple minutes, what they had to do is make sure they do not rush the ball. They have the lead, take their time, make accurate shots. Granted, their main strength is fast break, but at the same time, their best weakness can be the fast break because they make any risky turnover, this lead can get stopped in half very quickly.
Yeah, when you have a lead like this, definitely slowing it down a little bit, just focusing on precision and keeping the ball out of the other team's hands can definitely help you close out a half and go into the second half with some momentum. Here's Hayes with it for Webb. Goes over to Kamaj. Bersher back to Kamaj. Subran back to Kamaj. They're just playing catch, it seems, going back and forth with it, waiting for one of them to take a shot. Bersher now back over to Kamaj. Almost, he thought about nearly a logo three-point shot. Decided against it. And that entire play, it seemed like they were trying to go to Olawani with it, and eventually it worked out. He drew the foul, and now he's at the free throw line. They were just passing it around the arc, and that's an advantage of high school basketball having no shot clock. You can just throw it around the arc like that until your man gets open. That's what happened there. And you can see they were almost triple teaming him. They were still able to get that pass in. That just shows the size advantage he has.
That's an athlete right there, I must say.
First free throw is good. And the second one will fall. He's good in the paint, and you can tell from these last couple free throw attempts, he's good from the free throw line. Bersher defending Scretchen 3-on-3 in the backcourt here. Samuels finds France. Scretchen pivoting, looking to find a passing option. Back over to Scretchen. Scretchen now thought about stepping back for a three, made the pass the same as instead. Tigers kind of employing the same strategy the Feet were earlier, just kind of passing it around the three-point arc, waiting for an opportunity to materialize. Samuels now an opportunity to materialize. What a drive and lay-in there from Adrian Samuels. He just decided, nothing was developing. He decided, I'm going to make the play happen myself. Went in, got a nice two. And another Samuels, he just plays defense so well, hustles for the ball all the time. Did it well there, but now Webb might catch the Tigers in an odd-man rush kind of situation. And Olawani takes advantage of the lack of personnel in the Tigers' defensive court and throws down an alley-oop. Now 9-point deficit with 42 seconds left in the half. Bersher now playing good defense, but Samuels is able to slow it down. Samuels finds Scretchen. Scretchen pulls up for three, and he just barely misses it. Rebound by France. What a great play to get to it. Now Donick with the drive. Gets it stripped by Bersher. Scretchen picks it back up, drives in, takes a foul. That one looked like it hurt. He gets up just fine, though. He'll be headed to the free throw line.
You can tell Josh is out there hustling right now. He's making sure they're not coming back this half.
Yeah, you can tell he wants his team ahead, and he wants to hit that 1,000-point mark. First free throw's good. And the second one was good too. 21 seconds remain here at Spurling Gymnasium's Evan Bersher carries it up the court. And Samuels made a miscalculation, left him open for three, but it was an air ball. And now Samuels is way in the front court, wide open. Couldn't find him though, and time winds off the clock. We head into the half with a 32-21 Tiger lead over the Feet. And this is, I shouldn't say it's not what USN expected, because of course the team has good confidence about themselves, but being up by this score against the number one team in the district, definitely a pleasant surprise for some Tigers fans. And you know, going into the season, when the Tigers said they wanted to be contending for and winning a state championship, this is the kind of stuff you need to do. You need to be winning. You need to be taking advantage of opportunities against teams as good as Webb. So far, they're doing it.
Yeah. Main thing is, I know they came into during the offseason. They said this is going to be their year. Team stacked up with seniors, all coming in with great experience. They've been training for it, and they're coming to this season with a chip on their shoulder. They were six. There's 6 seniors, right? You said. Huh?
So as we head into the half, we will see you at the end of halftime. There's about 9 minutes left until play will resume. We'll see you then. We're back here in Sperling Gymnasium for the second half of Webb versus USN. It's 32-21. Webb trying to claw their way back into this game after USN started with a strong first quarter and closed out that first half pretty well in the second quarter. Scretchen now 6 points away from hitting the 1,000-point mark. It is pretty likely he will hit that mark tonight. Samuels now to Scretchen. France now. Finds Scretchen. Scretchen pulls up for three, and he's halfway there. 3 more points, and Scretchen is the newest member of the 1,000-point club at the University School of Nashville. Comage now. Tavion Comage driving. Pulls up for a 2, and he gets it to go. Scratch now, just needs to hit one more 3-pointer. Or get a 2-pointer and 1. Either way, he would make the 1,000-point club. Loses the ball right there, picks it right back up. Finds Elliott. Samuels now for what looks like a long 2, maybe a 3. He gets it to fall, and it is ruled as a 3-pointer. So a quick 6 points to start this half for USN as we have 6:30 remaining. Bersher. Olawani. Bersher now thought about a long 3. Now he's driving, gets it up, and it's blocked. Terrific block there from the Tigers, but Webb remains with the ball. Olawani set the pick. And a travel is called there, and Tavion Comage, it's Tiger ball. Here's Samuels. Samuels drives. Oh, and he gets a late. And I think that's got to be a foul there in Tavion Comage. The whistle had blown. Samuels was just putting a shot up, and he sticks out his arm, gets in his way. I don't agree with just letting that one slide. That seemed unnecessarily harsh, but it's not called. They just get the inbound. I'm sure they'll do just fine. Scretchen looked like he could have had a 3-pointer. Here comes a 3-pointer from Samuels, and he gets it to go. That is 3 straight 3-pointers for the Tigers.
Adrian's heating up tonight.
That is one way to start a half. Olawani tries to get the 2-pointer up, but it doesn't fall. Now Samuels trying to create this fast break play. Samuels takes it on his own, gets the shot up, and he gets it to go!
That's what we're talking about.
Student section really loving that one as Samuels gives his team a 20-point lead. Chance to get an and 1. And a timeout is called by Webb. Tiger fans are amped up right here, making all kinds of noise.
That right there, that's what you need to do when you start the second half. You gotta take the energy and tell them that you are still here, still putting pressure, still here to win.
Yeah, Webb they had a decent closing to the first half, but the Tigers just came out absolutely holding nothing back. 3 straight 3-pointers, then a 2 with a chance for an and 1 here for Samuels. That's 8 points in a row for Adrian Samuels, and Tigers now have a 20-point lead. Been saying it all night, but what a turn of events for USN. They came into this game, it's a day earlier than it was originally supposed to be. You think maybe they might have wanted that day to prepare, the feet could catch them off guard. All of a sudden, here they are, early in the second half with a 20-point lead in total control of this game. .5:26 on the clock here as Samuels is about to take this one free throw. Tavion Comage is deep in the Webb front court here, ready to get a pass on a potential rebound for Webb, but the free throw is up and good. Hayes now driving. Hayes with a great play. He doesn't get it to fall. Great drive there from Arnett Hayes, excuse me. but he can't get the points on the end of it. Here comes Samuels now, and not sure what the whistle's for there. It looked like it could have been for a travel, but foul is called on Weston Coop, so the 2 points won't count. USN will just get an inbound here. Go over to Petty. Overhand throw to Petty, and a block there. Bit of a violent block from Arnett Hayes, and it'll be a shooting foul. The big man, Max Elliott, is headed to the free throw line.
That's the ball move right there. They're going to have to keep doing that. They're not ready for that.
Gets the first free throw to go. Elliott had about 3 guys on him right there in the paint. He's still able to draw the foul and get the 2 free throws to go. What a great way to capitalize on a point scoring opportunity. Kamaj now just standing still looking to make a play. Goes over to Berger. Olawanye now beyond the 3-point arc. He holds it. Got no one really on him. He could have driven there, but he took his dribble. Would have gotten a double dribble there if he had gone for it. Travel is called. And right now, if you're Webb, you're down 23 points. What can you do to get back in this game? Because you clearly need points quickly. Time is running off the clock. We're halfway through the third quarter. What can you do if you're Webb to try to get yourselves back into this game?
Well, the only way to get back right now, they're going to have to press up on defense and actually start making their shots. And all you can do is hit some threes. That's their best chance of making it back right now.
That 3-point shot right there would have put Scratchin in the 1,000-point club. Didn't end up falling, just wasn't meant to be. And Olawanye gets the first points of the half for Webb with that little almost alley-oop that ended up just being a sort of tap-in. Scratchin now with a wide-open 3-point chance. He decides to drive instead. Gets the easy 2 points. He could have got his 1,000th point there with a big splash from beyond the 3-point line. He decided to get the easy points. And number 1,000 will come soon. Lots of substitutions about to come in here for Webb. Hector Larson, the big man among them. Cross-court pass blocked there by Larson, but it goes out of bounds. It will remain with the Tigers.
Try to get them sleeping right there.
Good read there by Larson, but unable to end up making a play, and now Samuels will inbound it. Inbound to Scratchin. Scratchin to Samuels. But he finds Elliott. Elliott kicks it over to Colin France. France now cross-court to Samuels. Oh, and almost another cross-court pass to Elliott. It's intercepted by a hustling Evan Bosher. Long 3-pointer there, no good. Rebound gotten by Larson there. Here comes a long 3-pointer from the corner, and it's no good. Foul is called there. Let's see if someone will be out of it. Looks like it'll just be an inbound. Justin Burrows to inbound here for Webb. Gets to Bersher. Bersher with a floating 2, and it's good. Scratching now. Nice move. Kicks it all the way out to Elliott, and it goes out of bounds. Just a little too much heat on that ball. Elliott can't come down with it. Webb's ball once again. Timeout called here. Looks like it was USN who called it. Tigers kind of got out of the groove, looking to get back into the swing of things after this timeout. No, it was a Webb timeout. Excuse me. So obviously a big lead here for the Tigers, Jordan. But especially against a team as good as Webb, sometimes leads like that can evaporate quickly. What do you want to do if you're USN? Just keep your foot on the gas pedal and not let up here. What's your strategy for Coach Jones?
What Coach Jones needs to do right here, like you said, keep the gas on the pedal, keep pressing up, keep handling them. We know 13 is their main ball movement and their main target to score. Stay double teaming them all game. Every point he wants to make, there's going to be somebody right there to double team. What they have to do is, they're doing ground defense right now, keep doing it. But whatever they do, don't make sloppy plays, no sloppy passes. Keep it simple on offense and keep pressing up on defense.
Yeah, like you were saying, Stephen Olawanyi definitely one of the biggest targets for this Webb team, but he's been relatively ineffective. Evan Bersher is another star player he's also been getting involved in a lot of plays. Yeah, if you can keep Olawanyi double teamed and just keep one of your better defenders like Samuels on Bersher, I think you can keep Webb from being effective on offense. Looks like it was going to be a lob pass there to Larson, but it's a quick two-pointer for Bersher. Samuels now goes to Petty. Tried to get it to an open Elliott, but Larson was there to stick his arm in the passing lane. Scretchen goes to Samuels. Back to Scretchen. Scretchen driving. Kicks it back out to Samuels. Samuels thought about a three. He's already got two of them in the halves. France now for three, doesn't get it to go, and it's rebounded by Bersher. Three-pointer there, ambitious three taken by Burrows. It's no good, and he goes out of bounds. Donick will check into the game here for Max Elliott, and Samuels will inbound at the Scretchen. 48-29, we got a minute 54 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Scretchen in the backcourt. Over to Samuels. Scretchen now. Gets it. Oh, he just nearly scored. Got a nice drive, put up a nice layup, just didn't get it to fall though. Here comes Evan Bersher. Nice run of points here that Webb's got going for him. See if they can extend it here, and they do. He loves those floating shots. He gets another to fall. It's about three in a row, I think. Samuels now on a quick fast break and a no-look dish to Colin France. It doesn't get much smoother than that, folks. What a clean pass there to France. Wide open three here, taken but missed. France tries to fight for the rebound, and Evan Bersher gets in, really scraps for it. It's a push there from Larson. Hector Larson wasn't happy with Colin France fighting for that ball. Now he's yelling at the ref. We could see potentially an ejection here. He looks like he doesn't have many kind words for this referee. Gesturing as he yells at him. And this is a time I think if you're the coach, you're just saying, back out of there. Evan Bersher now trying to get his team back into it, keep him motivated. He's been sort of putting the team on his back, getting several of Webb's second half points, really taking responsibility as a leader on that Webb team. He's trying to keep them fighting here against the Tigers. Now, after a technical foul, Josh Scretchen will shoot a free throw with a chance to make it his 1,000th point. First one's no good. you just love to see that. You see all the signs in the student section, one being held by his brother Cannon Stretchin. What a moment for the senior.
Yeah, man. It's moments like these in high school basketball. You love to see that for a player, man. These are those moments you're going to remember for a lifetime.
Like you said, you love to see it. He's a guy who's put in so much work into this program. Always been a hard worker, always been a skilled player for the Tigers, and you can see it paying off here. Now he's got a chance to add 3 more, decides not to take that shot. France now pulls up for 3, doesn't get it to go. Samuels tried to get that rebound. And now here's a chance for USN to get a fast break play of their own. Samuels goes towards the bucket. Stolen, but USN keeps it. And now that's a great steal from Burrows for Webb. Now that's 3 fast breaks in a row. So far, none of them have gotten any points, and now a foul is called as Bersher tried to put that ball through the hoop. 20.7 seconds are left on the clock. First free throw is no good. Harry Fitzgibbon's going to come in now for Colin France. Second free throw is also no good. Larson gets the rebound, and he gets the follow-up to go. Larson, a guy who he didn't get any first half minutes, now he comes in, he's got real feistiness about him, and he adds a good energy to that Webb team, as well as his size. Fitzgibbon out for 3, no good. Time expires here in the third quarter. Tigers head into the fourth with a massive lead over one of the strongest teams in the district. Tigers 51, Feet 33. You know, Jordan, the name Feet, that's got to be one of the weirdest names in high school, collegiate, or professional athletics. You know, you have, you know, UC Santa Cruz, Banana Slugs, the Presbyterian Blue Hose, but the Webb Feet, that's one of the weirder ones that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's one of those, that's the decisions they made, and that's what the team wants. I mean, hey, go with it.
I guess it's a play on webbed feet, since they're the Webb Feet, but that's one of the stranger ones. I kind of hesitate every time I say it, because it just feels so odd, but
I wonder who they had as their mascot.
I hope they don't have a massive inflatable foot, although that would be kind of funny to see. But, you know, it's good. It's always a good thing when you're going into a district game like this with 2 of the top teams. You know you're facing a formidable opponent. It's always good right before the fourth quarter to be talking about mascot names instead of the actual game, because the Tigers have this one just about locked up.
Yeah, all you got to do, I feel like Titans can hold on to this big of a lead till about the 4-minute mark, hit a couple more dagger shots, it'll be closing.
Yeah, all they got to do now is really just hold on. And double dribble the call there on Jax Howard, and it's Tiger ball. The Feet really just can't get any kind of break here. Everything seems to be going wrong for them here on this Wednesday evening at Sperling Gymnasium. Discretion finds Fitzgibbon. Petty now. Over to Samuels. Back to Scratching. You know, we saw one of the big storylines of the night happen. Scratching hits the 1,000-point mark. We still haven't seen Adam Miller make an appearance. He's sitting on the bench, got a knee brace on as he's coming back from an injury that kept him out for the first part of the season. Hopefully we'll be able to see him make his long-awaited 2021-2022 season debut as now we are sort of getting into garbage time of the game. If the Tigers can hold him for a little bit longer, I think we might see Miller come out, and that would be a great sight to see.
Yeah, I feel like if I was the coach, this would be one of those moments. You want to get one of your star players in like Al Miller, but at the same time, you don't want to put him in on the garbage time, like you said, and risk the chance for him to get hurt, knowing that how big of a role he can play later in the season.
That's true. It is just going to be a judgment call for Coach Jones. Is now the right time, or do you want to wait till later? Do you know, how big of a risk is it? We don't know. But I guess we'll find out what Coach Jones thinks as we near the end of this game and see whether or not Miller makes an appearance. Either way, as we close in on the end of the season, as we get into the last few weeks, in the last couple weeks of the season and in the playoffs, Miller will be a factor on this team. That is assuming he doesn't pick up another injury or re-aggravate the one he has. Bersher now goes over to Hayes. Hayes for three. And he gets it to go. Petty now in the backcourt finds a wide open Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon goes back out to Petty. There's a 2-on-1 with lots of open space. But some good defense there from Larson kept the Tigers from capitalizing. Samuels now. Goes to Petty. Petty wide open. Down low to Fitzgibbon. Nearly a vicious block there from Hayes, but Fitzgibbon avoided it. Still there from Hayes, but it goes out of bounds. And it will remain with the Tigers. 6:33 left in the game. Scratch now tries to put up a quick two, and it's rebounded by Bersher. Great spin move and a missed dunk there from Olawanye. Tried to make the big play, and he paid for it. Foul called on Evan Bersher. He's not happy about that one at all. Olawanye thought he was going to get the big dunk. Instead, it'll be the Tigers headed to the free throw line. That was a technical foul. And I got to be honest, I don't know what that call was for. Obviously there was some fighting for the ball, but I didn't see anything vicious from Bersher. And now he's teed up. That's kind of an unbelievable call if you ask me. Obviously, we're here on USN Sports Network, but I don't know if that one was fair to Webb. But either way, USN will get a chance to take advantage of 2 free throws and possession after the free throws. So here comes Harry Fitzgibbon. First one's no good. Scratch him, take the second. It's up and good. Not sure what's going on here, but he's taking a second free throw. Maybe the first one was ruled invalid for some reason. Either way, Scratchin scores 2 free throws, and Petty will inbound it. Stolen there. Ball will go into the hands of Webb. Good steal there. Hustle play by Justin Burrows. And it's Hayes now to start the possession from feet. Hayes now open the three-point land. Then to drive in. Kamaj now. You can tell he's thinking about shooting a long three. Now he goes cross-court pass. And now here comes a three-pointer from Hayes, and he gets it to fall. And now you can see, things weren't really going well for Webb today, but you can see with the way they can shoot the 3 ball so effectively, especially with Hayes, he can really knock those down. You can see why Webb is ranked so highly in this district, but another team is ranked highly, USN, they get a 3. Webb responds with one of their own. Mahoney down like there, got to give him props to the way he knocked that one down though. 3-pointers, 3 of them in a row for the two teams. They're just trading 3-point blows. Tried to go for a lob to Petty and just had a little too much oomph on it. Hayes for another 3, and that time it airballs. And Scrutchin with the block from behind, but it looks like he's going to be headed to the free throw line. That one's called a foul on 3 and white. Timeout is called, 5:10 left in the game. You know, Jordan, one thing I want to ask you here as we look at this score line, do you think, if these two teams were to play again, do you think USN is just this much of a better team than Webb, or do you think a few things just went their way, and if they played again, it would be a closer game?
I feel that, like, USN is definitely a team. They are definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially in this district. I feel like at the same time, they've been hitting on every cylinder this game, hands down. Now, for that rematch, we know good and well that Webb, they're going to be wanting revenge. And when teams fired up, waiting for payback, that's going to be a game to come back and definitely watch, I must say. But will I bet on the Tigers to win another game? Yes, I will.
Yeah, and these two teams definitely could face one another in the playoffs later on in this calendar year. And that one would be an exciting showdown. Burrows for a free throw. It's no good. Sorry, that was Tavion Kamaj. My apologies. Kamaj just shoot a second. That one is good. Scratching out defended by Jax Howard. And a huge block there. Students are calling for that one to be called as a goaltending. Samuels went up for his own block. Got all glass, but it doesn't matter. He missed the shot. Some sort of foul was called on Max Elliott there after it looked like he was shoved to the ground. Things starting to get a little chippy here in Sperling Gymnasium, as things tend to get when the deficit is this large and you have two teams who take a lot of pride in the product they put out on the court. He just lobs it up to Olawani because they know with his tall frame he's going to be able to get that one, even when he's got two guys on him. Jax Howard, I got to say, for a guy as small as he is, he really fights hard, both on offense and defense. He makes up for his lack of size with his hustle and grit. That time his three-pointer was just off the mark. You know, we've been talking about this game like it's a foregone conclusion, but it's only a 13-point deficit here. Webb definitely still has a chance at coming back in this one. If they hit a couple more three-pointers and USN starts slacking, Webb definitely has a shot to win this one. Looks like a foul is going to be called there on Webb, and Petty will be out of the free throw line. Tigers are in the double bonus, so he'll get 2 free throws here. .418 remaining in the game. First free throw, no good. free throw will fall. Tigers now up 14. Here's Hayes for three. Doesn't get it to go. Fought for the rebound there, and Webb ended up getting it. Here comes a three-pointer, and it's good from Jax Howard. So it's now an 11-point game. Another three-pointer from Howard. That one's no good, and Scrutchen goes up for the rebound, gets it. Down the court, wide open layup here for Adrian Samuels, and he gets the dunk. Could have gone for the layup, decided to throw it down, and he gets a nice dunk. What a defensive effort from the offensive star. Oh my God! Oh my gosh! We went from dunk, block to alley-oop.
If that's not a dagger, I don't know what else is.
3 exclamation point plays there for the Tigers' 2 biggest players.
Got the student section riled up and ready to go.
That's the kind of stuff you need to get your student section back into this one. And it looks like a foul there on Olawanyi. Don't get it. He throws down a dunk. Hangs on the rim a little bit. But that's not going to help you get back into the game. You can throw down that dunk all you want. The score is still 61-48. And the Tigers are still in the driver's seat here. Scrutchen now kicks it out to Donick. Donick takes a three, takes his time, and he knocks it down. 2:40 left. And now the Tigers have reclaimed their control. Another dunk there from Olawanyi. Well, like I said, you can slam that ball in all you want. It's not going to change the score too much. Three-pointer here from Howard. That one will change the score quite a bit. It's now a single-digit deficit, and sloppy passes like this are going to be the death of the Tigers. Some more potential quick points for Webb. Donick fights for that one, and he gets it. Now the Tigers with control of the ball once again. And this high press to Webb here, it gave them a lot of points there, but it can cause them problems. Once the Tigers get out of that back court, they're wide open in the front court. Adam Miller comes into the game now, and he gets a loud applause. 11-point game here, 2 minutes left. Now as Webb is really starting to do that full court press.
Right now, it's just desperation time right here for them. And after those shots they just made, even though they got those couple of points back, they gotta realize if they're gonna try to make a comeback, it has to be now.
Yeah, I think Olawanyi can get those 2-point dunks, but I think that if you want to get back into this game, Arnett Hayes has to have the ball beyond the 3-point arc. He's been knocking those 3-pointers down all half. If you're Webb, you want Hayes shooting that ball. You also want Howard shooting it. He's been getting a couple of those 3-pointers to go as well. If you're the Tigers here, gotta imagine Coach Jones is drawing up some sort of plan to beat this full court press that Webb is putting on him. How would you tackle this defensive strategy that Webb is giving the Tigers?
If I was Coach Jones right now, you want to prioritize your guards. You got Adrian Samuel and Josh. They know how to handle the rock, and they can handle the pressure of a full court press. What you want to do is make sure that you don't make no sloppy passes. You start passing around the rock, they'll steal it, and they'll get a dunk off for quick points, and this tie can turn very quickly.
And the problem with Josh Scrutchen here, he's just been getting the athletic trainer to wipe some blood off his jersey. Not sure whose blood that is, but he's not on the court right now. He likely will come back soon. Long three-pointer from Bersher. Doesn't get it to go. That's just too ambitious. You need 3-pointers, but that one is not the one you need. Full court press almost gave Samuels some problems, but now Donick's wide open for 3. Doesn't get it to fall. Miller tried to get that rebound. Couldn't get it. Hunter now goes over to Hayes. Hayes for 3, and it's good. This one's still a ball game. 1:27 remaining. Another loose pass. That one is just an inch further to the left. And there comes a steal. Hayes now with 2 points. And the feet are back in this one. It's a 6-point game. 1:11 left. Foul call there as Hayes steals it. Maybe we spoke too soon in the commentary booth, but
this actually now a game.
The commentator's curse is a real thing, and I apologize to Tiger Nation for giving the team a case of that commentator's curse. Now the Tigers, they're starting to get worried. Now it's an edge of your seat kind of situation. This is what I was saying with that when these two teams see one another again, which is likely to happen in the future, potentially in the playoffs. Tigers can't think it's going to be an easy win, and they can't think it's going to be easy to close this one out. Samuels gets the first free throw to go. That'll help you, give you some insurance right there.
Well, they'll have to make sure the next game they're not like us, that we can't speak too soon.
Exactly. We will work on that here at USN Sports Network. Here comes Webb now. Another three-pointer from Hayes. Now Olawani will get the and one, Skirchin with the foul. It's now a 5-point game with a chance to make it a 4-point game. And 59.7 seconds are left on the clock. Webb, they've now got all the momentum in the world, and USN needs to start making crisper passes, especially in the backcourt. They can't afford to make any sort of sloppy passes and give up any steals. Free throw is good. It's a 4-point ball game in Spurley. In by the Skirchin, foul called there. And Skirchin's headed to the line. And at this point, if you're Webb, you might not even want to be intentionally fouling. I don't know if they were intentionally fouling there. I think he was just going for a steal and got a foul called, but now you're at a point where you're thinking you're down, 13, 15 or so with 2 minutes left. You're thinking we're going to be intentionally fouling soon. Now it's a 4-point game with a minute left. All you need is a 3-pointer and you're within one possession. Or really, you need a 2-pointer and you're within one possession. You just need a couple more scores, a couple more things to go your way, and with this run of points Webb's been going on, things just won't stop going their way.
Another thing that the Webb has going for them, they also still have 2 timeouts to work with. So
yeah, if you're Webb, you can really just do whatever you want right now. First free throw is good. Now, I will say, though, if you're USN, if there's one guy you want going to the free throw line, it's number 3. And Skretchen is there taking this free throw, so that will potentially help them. He gets the next one to fall. That'll help give the Tigers some confidence, but now you can see the Tigers, they didn't press at all. They're just anticipating Webb's offense. 3-point shot there. That one from a tough angle nearly fell. Comage nearly hit it. This one will stay with Webb. Austin Kaysen among the rest of the Tigers unhappy about it. Student section also not too pleased with that call. 46.1 left. Bersher now ill-advised 3-pointer as he was double-teamed, but a quick 2-point putback from Olawanyi puts the feet back within 4. That's really, I think if you're Webb, you want to be shooting threes and having Olawanyi get those rebounds, because it really doesn't matter if you miss a shot like that. You got a guy with his size there, he's probably going to get that rebound. And I think if you're Webb too, avoiding fouls is about as crucial of an objective as you can have, because the Tigers so far have been knocking down the free throws well. You don't want to give them more opportunities to do something they do well. 8-point lead now for the Tigers.
That's one of the problems with Webb putting themselves in this situation. Everybody on the USN team can shoot, so it doesn't matter who you decide to intentionally foul. We can make our shots.
Second free throw is good. Yeah, you just need to be careful if you're Webb with those fouls, because usually, and here comes a deep three-pointer from Bersher, and once again, it doesn't matter where the three-pointer is from. If Olawanyi can get the rebound, Webb's in a good position. Now they're back within 4 points. 21 seconds left. Olawanyi called for a foul. Smart to have Olawanyi defending those inbounds. Now Skretchen weaves through the entire defense. Just about put up a terrific layup. Webb ball. 13.8 seconds left. They roll it inbounds.
This is the game right
here. Picks it up. Here comes a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Skretchen. He's fouled. 6.7 left. And now, with a 4-point deficit and 6 seconds left in the game, if Skretchen can knock 1 or 2 of these free throws down, the game is just about over. First free throw is good. They've got Kamaj in the corner ready for a quick three-pointer. Second free throw is good. Inbound, mishandled. Time winding down off the clock. 2 seconds left.
That's game.
That is the game. Whistle is blown. But it looks like they're going to give the win to USN. Looks like no time will be out of that clock. It's a 71-65. Huge district win for the USN Tigers here. Tigers players waving at the Webb players. Waving goodbye. Now they got to shake hands. Makes for a little bit of an awkward handshake. But that's a huge win for USN.
Looks like some of the Webb players already left and decide not to shake hands.
Yeah, they're clearly not happy with the way things went down here at USN. Things got a little chippy at the end, and only about, I'm counting 4 players from Webb coming in to shake hands. USN says, all right, now we'll walk away. But when you think about big wins, the win against Columbia, who was number 1 in the district at the time, that was a huge win. This is probably as big of a win as you can imagine for USN at home against a team like Webb. This is what you dream of. If you're thinking about getting a state championship, these are the kind of results you need. USN came out and they achieved it. Jordan, any more thoughts?
I feel like they definitely played it. This was definitely one of the best games they played. What's good about playing teams like Webb and these other top-ranked teams, they get to go ahead and learn what it takes to beat really top title teams. That way, when it comes to playoff time, it won't be something new. They're used to the stress, they're used to the situations, and they can handle it, as we can see.
Exactly, and one thing that USN is going to need to learn from this game is the way they sort of let Webb creep back into it. That was one thing in the offseason they told us that they were really focusing on. They were focusing on team chemistry and focusing on closing out games. That's something they can definitely improve upon in this game, and it's something they're going to need to improve upon as we start thinking about postseason and some of the bigger games coming up. With homecoming and senior night, definitely those are going to be some big games for the Tigers. Just keeping their heads in the game, keeping their eyes on the prize when there's a lot at stake. That's got to be something the Tigers are going to focus on. But right now, it's a 71-65 win for USN, and that's what people are going to remember as they leave Sperling Gymnasium, that USN came in, got the job done against a terrific opponent. This is the kind of result you wanted, and this is the kind of result you got. So for Jordan Turner, I'm Reed Murray, signing off. Thank you for watching this broadcast on USN Sports Network, and we'll see you next time.